Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog.
I'm joined by Noah this week.
No.
That is his little kid. And Andy is looking, look at him. What's changed?
Oh, I wonder.
I'm not doing that because I haven't got anything anyway, but we're used to seeing you with a beard, but you shaved it off and you look so young.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my wife actually said that I look younger, which was good because I don't get that many compliments. I feel like if I could grow a beard, I probably would grow a little one. And Dad once grew a beard, and then when he shaved it off, Mum went, "Oh, I don't like it." But that's his face. So what is she trying to say there? I don't know. But anyway, do you feel fresh after? I do feel fresh. Yeah, it purely came off because I couldn't be bothered to keep trying to maintain it and things. So
if I can grow a beard, then I will.
I should just point out, like, no, in case you missed it, Noah is actually my 6-year-old, and he was a bit shocked when Daddy walked out of the bathroom and it was gone.
All right.
He was like,
smooth.
Only for like seconds though, because he's like, "Mummy, Daddy hasn't got a beard. Can I go and play Fortnite?" Yeah. So it was
what
like,
a
get
lad.
your priorities right.
So, should we? Where do you want to start?
Well, I think that we should start by saying it's been a fairly busy week this week.
Yeah,
lots of things going on. Lots of people in and out doing stuff.
Yeah.
So it has been a busy week. I mean, it's generally busy week to week anyway, but this week in particular has been busy with orders coming in. I don't know if you guys realised, but there was actually a sale that was running that was like a 21 product sale for 21 days. It was something that Murphy's did that we had for our website.
Nice.
If you look on the drop down list, it will actually say 21-day sale. And there are things in there that are worth taking a look at. There's some high-priced items that actually have really good discount on them. Things like Timeless, I think, is in there, and a couple of other things that are well worth checking out. So that I think, as of today, or when you guys see this will be Friday. As of today, I think there's about 7 days left.
Okay, nice.
So there's not many more days left.
So have a little look, so it might be something for you.
Yeah, so I think, first off, we should have a little bit of a chat about something that keeps being brought up. One of our customers watches regularly. Hello, Doug. I know that Doug tunes in religiously every week.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that he's asked consistently is about extreme burn. So I think it's worth us talking about extreme burn because I know that you perform this. I'm familiar with it, certainly, but it's not something I perform. So
just a little thing. Every time we perform with each other, and I feel like something like extreme burn, when you know what the outcome's going to be, because a lot of the times you show me tricks from like this book, and I've never seen them before. Yeah. Whereas if I was to show you extreme burn, you know what's happening. Yeah. And you know what the outcome is. So we went out and we filmed a little bit. So you're just going to see the reactions of the power of it. You may see the whole performance later on, but for now we'll just show the power of a product like Extreme Burn. That is just so, you'll see, because there's I've done it to some French girls, and obviously they didn't speak great English, but they understood what was going on. Yeah. It's so easy to follow, so easy to perform, and it's just quick. I feel like sometimes when I'm doing a routine, I lack magic moments. So this is one that's very quick magic moment, very powerful, and packs this thin. Look at that. Lovely.
Okay, so we'll come back and we'll talk about this a little bit more in a second. So this is at Covent Garden?
Covent Garden, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so this is H performing Extreme Burn recently at Covent Garden.
You can win some of these. Have you seen these before?
No.
These are just receipts, so you should have seen them if you bought anything in there. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you what, in England we use something called money. We'll use this in England. Maybe we'll buy some of that. So I'll tell you what, we'll try and do it a bit better. We'll go for some of this. We'll go with some money, okay? You can win the... So, just a little short thing there. Yeah. Because to be honest with you, it doesn't need more than that. No. I think right there you saw, that was the first thing I showed them, and that was the reaction. They didn't need warming up, as you say. It was just straight in there, bosh. Brilliant.
And Extreme Burn is, I think it's become like a modern classic because there are lots of magicians that perform not only this effect but effects of this type. I think outstanding amongst them is Extreme Burn, certainly. And it is one of those effects, like you said, it establishes a lot in a very short space of time. It establishes you as a magician because of the visual element of it. It's quick, so it means that there's not a lot that they've got to pay attention to on the lead up to the change. And you do something that every layman would want to be able to do.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Every gig I've been to so far, not many, but all of them, they said, "Oh, can you make money?" They're like, "I'll tell you what, let's try some." And you go into this. One last thing I'm just going to point out. I don't think this makes you look flashy one bit. I don't think it makes you look like, oh, I'm just showing money in front of your face. I don't think it's like that. And if you go back, very long time ago, Steve Della shows his routine, and that's the one I use. And it's structured in a way that it doesn't make you look flashy. No. It's for them to be able to win a prize. Yeah. And that is the routine I used in that video, so she didn't really hear it. Yeah,
okay. I agree with you. I don't think it comes across flashy at all. I think it probably could if done incorrectly. But it's one of those routines, like I said, you are fulfilling someone's wish. You are making money in front of them. And who wouldn't want to be able to do that?
So it does take a little bit of making up. I use these, which we do have in stock, the little Tyvek receipts. So these are just receipts. You've got Debenhams, Sainsbury's, etc. But they're just of like a more plasticky feel, aren't they? So that, I mean, I've had that for like a couple of years now. And it's still fine.
So these are made out of Tyvek, so they're durable. They don't rip easily. And they don't fade. So lots of benefits to using those.
Yes, they last a while. Plus, when they do start to fade, mine haven't even started to fade yet. But when they do start to fade, it's a receipt anyway, so it's supposed to look like that. So I use them, but obviously you can draw your own stuff, fake notes, or whatever you want to do. Monopoly money, a lot of people do. You can do whatever you want. So there's them, which is what I use. You will need this, I believe.
Rubber cement. It's not necessary, but it is recommended, and purely because if you mess up the gimmick when you're making it, rather than ruining the notes and the gimmick, what you can do is wait for this to dry, and then you can peel it apart and start over again pretty much.
And then obviously you get this. It's got a DVD, so many different changes. I just use the basic one. Sometimes I do the other one, but I just thought for something visual, just a really quick one. Also, you have to supply your own notes, obviously, so it can be done in any currency. And was going to say something else. Oh yeah, I don't use this. I don't use all of what you get in here in mine. I don't feel like I need to use it. But if you want to use it and for it to be handled cleaner, then you get that option in there as well. But I don't think you need it. But yeah, that is Extreme Burn, and I love that. I really love that.
One last thing I was going to say is that when you're watching the DVD on here, or the instructions on the DVD, just make sure that you watch it all the way through and do it step by step. If you're making up the gimmicks, even though you have the rubber cement and you can pretty much start again if you make a mistake, if you follow it step by step, you can't go wrong. Don't try and get ahead of yourself if you think, oh, well, I know what's going to come next. Just kind of go with what's on the DVD.
One last thing. Two last things. So follow it along. I would advise getting crisp notes. So head into a bank and just say, oh, can I have these notes out? Lastly, I have this on me all the time. It's another one of the things because it's so thin, you just can have it anywhere. Everyone knows it as well. Also, they're real notes, so you can spend them. Obviously, you'd have to repay them. But you can spend them. So sometimes if I feel like it, or if I'm with friends and they tell me to do something, then I do that and obviously just spend the money at the bar or something.
So I have a question for you, and this is why this is being brought up today, and something that Doug was asking. What about the new notes? Because I know you're using £20, which obviously you haven't turned over to the new notes yet. Any experiences with them?
I haven't, but I don't see why it would be a problem. I think the only thing that would be a problem is they are, hang on, let me quickly grab a £20 note. With a 20, there's no see-through. With the new notes there is. I don't think it would, but that's only one thing I can think that would change. Another thing is purely the size.
Yeah.
Obviously the receipts are quite a big size, the ones I use, but I guess you could cut them down if you wanted. But they kind of fit decently over the top of it. I know a £10 note, if you're doing it, would end up being kind of in the middle of it, so you'd have to use smaller things.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I don't think the texture would make a difference because these are plastic feeling, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. In actual fact, we've had no one who's bought this say that they've had any problems making them up with the new notes. I mean, obviously the £20 notes would A, be more impressive, as would be a 50. More impressive than a 10 or a 5 or anything like that. But there are ways to get around it. I know certainly when I made a setup, just to play around with, mine were made up in dollars, and but the paper that I used were parts out of a travel brochure.
Nice.
So it was about me going away to America, and then they were changing to the dollars that I could then spend when I was on my holiday. So there are ways of getting around it.
Yeah, definitely.
Should you find something that fits the performance style.
One thing I would say is if you are using 50s, just make sure you keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be someone who lets it fall out of their pocket, because obviously that is real money.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant, and I can't recommend it highly enough, and we've got a decent amount in stock, and we probably will always have them in stock because it's brilliant.
So that's Extreme Burn. Check it out on the website now.
So what have we got next?
So this is a book that I thought that I should share. I'll be totally honest, every week when I try and look for books that I think, people are going to love those, and I've got a huge amount of choices that I could put forward. The only trouble is a lot of them now are becoming out of print. So they are difficult to find. Thankfully, this book and the book that came after this, 21st Century Card Magic, both by James Swain, are currently available, which is always.
I can see your expressions now. You haven't got a beard.
No, you couldn't see them before. You just saw this mound of fluff.
I just
moving.
saw little hairs go.
Yeah, exactly. Just on the side. So, what do I love about this? So, first off, a lot of you, I would say, are not going to be familiar with the name James Swain, Jim Swain, and that's mainly because he hasn't released anything really for, I would say, probably 7-8 years, and that was a set of DVDs, The Magic of James Swain, which were released about 7-8 years ago. Before that, people weren't really familiar with his work, apart from in a couple of books that he published. The first one was Don't Blink, which was like a spiral bound book. Then we had Miracles, and then we had 21st Century Card Magic. You can't get hold of Don't Blink anymore unless you happen to get a second-hand copy, as far as I'm aware. But like I said, this and 21st Century Card Magic are still available. So I am a big fan, and I know I've said it before, I am a big fan of miracle class magic. And that's not to say that there's not a lot of it out there, because there is a lot of it out there. Unfortunately, there's also a lot of magic out there that is kind of, it never quite meets the miracle status to my mind. I'm sure there are people that would probably disagree with me on this, but whenever I look at card magic, magic in general, but certainly card magic, I tend to look what the effect is, but really, what effect it's going to have on my audience as well. And my whole goal is to try and find miracle class magic. And this certainly lives up to the name, Miracles with Cards. There are tons of great tricks in here. There are tons of great tricks that fulfill the miracle status. There's a couple that I would say don't, it's not that don't meet the miracle class status, because it depends on your interpretation of miracle. For instance, there's a couple of gambling routines in here that aren't really miracle material in the sense of the magic effect that they have on you. But if you was to argue that miracle is that element of impossibility, then the gambling routines would certainly fit the impossibility element, and therefore probably the miracle element as well, if that kind of makes sense. So there's some great stuff in here. This is all card stuff. as far as I'm aware. I think there might be, and I guess I should have checked this, but I'm going to now. I think there might be one part at the end which is chop cut routine. No, that's in 21st Century Card Magic. Sorry,
that's fine.
I thought it was, but yeah, it's just tons and tons of stuff in here. There's a couple of effects in here which I guarantee once you read them, you'll understand why in the underground world of card magic they're considered classics. And one of them I am going to perform for you. Okay.
When?
Well, now if you want to see it.
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is James Swain's airmail card from Miracles with Cards. Harry.
Hello.
You know this because you work for Alakazam, but people out in Magic Land, they will not know this, or they may not know this, but we get sent through ideas from customers from all over the world.
We do.
We get ideas that come through from China, Malaysia, the USA quite frequently, Germany, France, and as far away as places like Australia, for example. Sometimes, you know, the ideas we run with them, we release them as a product. Sometimes they kind of sit there and we toy around with them a little bit later on. And sometimes the idea is there, but nothing really happens with it as such. Okay, but we're going to try something out. This is actually an idea from a friend of ours in Australia. Okay, we're going to need this in just a second, and we will give the deck just a couple of shuffles like this, and I need you to select a card. Okay, right. Very simple. I'm going to just spread through the cards, and all I need you to do is just point to the back of one for me.
3, 2, 1. This one.
This one just here. Right, yeah. Here's the pen. If you want to take that and just sign your name across the face of the 3 of diamonds. Very good. Excellent. Okay, and if you want to just recap the pen for me, we'll leave that just down in here, just like so. This is the idea.
Yep.
Okay. My friend has actually predicted your card. Now you're thinking of a card, I can't remember it. What was it?
3 of diamonds, I think.
The 3 of diamonds?
I think so.
Oh, right. Okay. So you were thinking of the 3 of diamonds. He actually sent me through a prediction. He wrote it on an Academy card. He actually post-stamped it and wrote my name on it, just like this. And your card was the 3 of diamonds?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, but it's got your rules.
It's got my, I'll know
okay.
My signature, yeah.
Yeah, very good. And yeah, he's managed to predict it, the 3 of diamonds. That's the trick. From all the way across the other side of the world.
Don't believe you.
No, he did. He managed to predict it. In fact, he sent me through the exact card that you'd be thinking of. And I know it's the exact card because it actually bears your autograph as well. And that is the airmail card.
Nice.
Harry, that was the miracle card. Sorry, the airmail card from Miracles with Cards. As you can see, a great, really well constructed effect. And I'll tell you what, as we're on a bit of a roll with this book, do you want to see one last effect?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So we'll take a look at just one last effect, just so you can see the broad amount of material that's in here. So this is called Australian Aces. We were talking about Australia earlier on.
Yep.
Have you ever played the Australian Luck game?
Never have I ever played the Australian Luck game.
Oh right. Okay. Well, it's a fairly simple game. What you do is you take a deck of cards that are mixed up, and then by asking a series of random questions, which you're going to give me the answers to, it will determine what cards we end up with.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is obviously how you play the game.
Sounds
all right. They're quite personal questions.
Hopefully
not too personal.
Right. Thank you for that.
So we'll go with the first one. For instance, how old were you when you passed your driving test?
17.
Okay, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were 17 when you passed your driving test.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let's go for another fairly easy question. Your favourite colour?
I'll have to go red, like a deep red.
Well, maroon.
No, like a blood red.
Okay, so that'd be BLOODRED. So that's blood red 17. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll go for another easy question. What's your favourite chocolate bar?
I like Crunch. Yorkie biscuit and raisin, I think.
Okay, well I'm not going to spell biscuit and raisin, so we'll go with Yorkie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do like this classic as well. So
okay, so that'd be Yorkie. So we've had Yorkie, we've had Blood Red, we've had 17. Your last question, you've got a girlfriend, yeah? What's her name?
Lily.
Okay, so that'd be Lily.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we've got Lily, 17, Blood Red, and we've got Yorkie, Biscuit and Raisin.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
so that's how you play the game. Now, hopefully, if you've been lucky, then what you should have is oh yeah, see, look, this is an ace. This particular card, oh yeah, see, that's 2 aces. That's not bad. 3 aces, I think, is better, but 4 aces, that is certainly a good hand.
I'm lucky.
It's a good hand if you were playing something like poker. Right?
Yeah.
Not so good if you were playing blackjack. You probably need another card. In fact, what would probably make a good card in, or a good hand in blackjack is if you had kings to match like that.
Lovely.
Boom.
That's good, that.
Thank you very much. You're a very lucky man. You know that.
I have had a good day after seeing that one.
Oh, very good. I like that. Yeah. So that was, I called it Australian Aces. It's actually Australian Aces Revisited. But you can see that the material in here, you know, is I guess commercial, and none of it is difficult at all.
Okay.
And yeah, I think really kind of packs the punch. So they have these in stock at Murphy's, so we can get a hold of these readily. They do also have a 21st Century Card Magic as well. I recommend checking that out. There's a couple of fantastic routines in there. I mean, again, the material overall is brilliant, but there's a couple of standout routines for me, so well worth checking out. So if you've never discovered James Swain before, now is certainly the time. All right.
So, Andy, last thing.
Yes.
Well, penultimate thing, actually.
Penultimate thing.
Should we... right, so, I know you said your wife was the one who made you shave your beard off.
Yeah.
But you're away this weekend.
Oh, yes, I am. Yeah.
Did you do it to look slick as hell?
Well, to be fair, you know, I'm going to be away at this weekend's convention, but Mark Spellman's going to be there. So, you know, I've got a lot of stiff competition, I feel. And Martin Cox as well.
You may, I think you had the smoothest face.
Oh, really? Okay.
It is, honestly.
So, there are going to be pictures of me and Mark and Martin and any other convention attendee just sort of like doing this at each other's faces.
Although Spellman's got a smooth face, I think.
He has got a he has got a smooth face. He's got a baby face.
It's going to be a hard competition.
Yeah, I think so. So this weekend is the Wessex convention down in Dorset. And I'm looking forward to it, actually. I remember the first one, me and Peter attended the first one. It was great. There were some great lectures. It was a great show. Dealer Hall was buzzing. It was really very good. And then Dave has been down there with Peter as well. Dave lectured and performed in the gala show.
Nice.
We had a little bit of a period out, and this year back down there. So come along if you're going, and say hi to me at the stand. As I understand it, Mark's lecturing and he's in the gala show.
Nice.
His lecture will be fantastic.
Yeah.
Martin Cox is also lecturing, will be brilliant, and a couple other people as well, which I'm just going to leave as a bit of a surprise. But yeah, certainly worth checking out. So the guys down at Wessex actually filmed a little video.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know about you, but I want to check it out. What do you reckon?
Let's have a look. Let's have a little look.
Okay, let's take a look.
Hi everyone, my name's Nick Baverstock. I'm president of the WMA, that's the Wessex Magical Association. Just wanted to remind everyone, we have our biannual convention at the Verwood Hub in Dorset on Sunday the 7th of April. Usual convention stuff, we've got some fantastic lectures during the day. So Caroline Raven, Mark Spellman, Steve Rowe, you probably know him as the Gimmick King, and Martin Cox. Great selection of dealers. So we've got our great friends from Alakazam here, as well as Card Chuck, D-Trick, Paul Gordon, Wayne Fox, Discount Magic, Gimmick King, Mike Donata, and Plate on Balloons. In the evening, we've got a great gala show for you too. So as you can see, Caroline Raven, Mark Spellman, Max Fulham, Martin Cox, and Zuka and Susie Q. So it's going to be a packed day and a very full day. If you want tickets, best place to go is our website. That's www.wmagic.co.uk and click on the convention link. Really hope to see you on the day. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. So as it says on the trailer, There is a website, go there and check out, see if tickets are still available. I know they sell out quick because it's limited spaces.
Yeah.
But yeah, well worth checking out. There's some great dealers there. There's some great lectures. There's great people in the gala show as well. And the venue itself is lovely. So yeah, well worth checking.
Definitely. So to end it.
Last time we were on the vlog, because I wasn't on the vlog last week because I couldn't speak. We were talking about Sleight, or you posed the question, what sleights do people find difficult to learn, and how do they practice them? We didn't really get a response to it, if I'm totally honest.
Don't even know why we bother. This might be the last vlog, I think.
So I'm assuming that either people didn't want to say or they do them all. So whatever way, very admirable. I guess.
This was me, right? Honestly, I went home and I was like this. I thought Alakazam had a good community, and to be honest, I'm starting to think differently.
So I'll tell you what, right? Perhaps it would be easy if we'll set a question in a second, because we've got a good thing up for grabs. So no winner on this week's vlog, unfortunately. So I'll tell you what, as the subjects come up, let's just have a brief sort of like answer. So you've just started approaching sleight of hand. What sleight do you think, or move do you think has taken you a bit of time and
probably
practice?
Yeah, probably the laser deal.
The laser deal, which is what you did on the little video that appeared on Instagram.
With the little aces,
with the little aces.
Yeah, the little aces.
Excellent. Okay.
It's nice. Yeah, it's good. I like it.
So how do you go about practicing it?
I set a phone up, and because that's quite like an angly trick, isn't it? So I set a phone up, and then to be honest, I learned it off YouTube. Not gonna lie.
Right.
But yeah, so I was watching a video on YouTube, and then they just done a quick thing of where you grip the card, etc. And I just kind of done it. And yeah, I just think keep doing it. Make sure there's a phone there, and then you kind of do it when people are looking but not really looking. So you're not telling them, "Oh, can you quickly watch this?" But do it when you can see someone's looking at the corner of their eye. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then I think if they engage more, then you're doing it well. Because that's kind of what happened. I was doing it, and then Sarah from the academy was like, "Oh, that looks really good." And then I realised it's that angle that is perfect. Kind of this way. So I just kept doing it every now and then every time I'm in the shop, if I get deck cards, I quickly just do it. And then if you say, "Oh, that's pretty good," then that's just my bit of practice.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's it. That's it, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was it. That filled that
quickly
little segment.
Lovely.
So, any sleight that you're working on at the moment?
I don't think so. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I don't think there is.
Oh,
what about you?
Well, as you know, I like full steel stuff and things. Palming is the thing at the moment, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, because there's a routine that I'm working on that has a couple of different palms on it.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that I've kind of always been happy with palming and comfortable with palming, but in contexts where it's been a little bit more covered, and I've been afforded a little bit more misdirection. Whereas the routines that I'm kind of looking at now, the palming is a little bit more out in the open. I'm a bit more exposed.
Lovely.
So yeah,
nice.
Looking at that.
Nice.
Brilliant. So Harry, as we're talking about conventions, at the beginning of the year I was at the session convention, and we had a run of times where we had decks of cards that were autographed by various magicians. So one of the autographs that I managed to get was Dynamo's. I managed to get it on this deck of Academies.
Lovely.
I'll be brutally honest. This pack was opened when I gave them to him. The other ones were sealed. However, the deck was open, and then he just happened to be nearby, and I took the advantage of getting him to sign them. So that although they're not sealed, they're still a brand new deck with Dynamo's autograph on the box there. So for a chance to win these, very easy question actually. Where was Dynamo born?
Oh yeah, nice.
Okay, so where was Dynamo born? I think, for people who are watching this, we're going to get a lot of people sending in the correct answer. Yeah. So whoever's in first, there we go. Whoever's in first with the right answer gets a deck of Academy Elites.
Nice.
Okay?
Yep, absolutely.
Obviously, if it's incorrect, then
Yeah.
you don't
Then
get
just
any
because
real
you're
chance.
first, you don't get it.
But yeah, the first one in with the correct answer, you get a set of Academy Elites with Dino Resort.
Lovely.
Okay.
So that is.
Send it through to sales@alakazam.co.uk.
Sweet. The Instagram is going good as well.
Excellent.
At 2,200 followers, I think, ish.
Lovely.
Lovely. And I thought you said
Roughly. It's because I'm missing a beard.
Right. And the Facebook's obviously going up. I think we got a like, maybe we got a dislike. I'm not sure. I didn't really see if it went up or down.
It sounded like it was going up.
Lovely. And the forum, keep talking on the forum because it is getting bigger and better.
And reviews as well.
Yeah.
Please keep the reviews coming in because it's nice to hear feedback.
Lovely. So that is all.
It is. So thank you very much, H, for joining me this week on the vlog. I'm not here next week, but so you'll probably be doing it with either Dave or your dad, or maybe they'll be doing it. Maybe you'll take a bit of a break as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'll see you guys when I'm back from my holiday. Thank you, H.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us this week, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Alakazam Video Blog.